ready to get this one started. And it's controlled by USC, and a little bobble, but right to the rim. And too quick for Wesley Yates III.
Nicely done by Yates, because to your point, Kevin, he lost it on the way up, but didn't panic.
Ulis jarred on the handoff. Huskers trying to find a way back into the win column after 4 straight losses, including a loss here at home to Rutgers last week that broke a 20-game home winning streak. Jawan Gary's 3 barely draws iron and out of bounds to USC.
Good defensive sequence to start the ball game by the Trojans. Kevin, when we were at the shoot-around, they made a concerted and repeated effort. Look, we have to locate where Williams is, and they did there. He was a non-factor in that particular offensive sequence for the Cornhuskers.
Last time out, USC lost 84-69 to Wisconsin. Trying to get back on the winning track on the road. The 3 at the top of the key won't go for Chibuzo Abo. And Nebraska to work.
You're not going to see a whole lot of offensive rebounds by the Trojans. They're last in the conference in that particular category.
Here's St. Thomas on the floor, finds Abo, and the Trojans take it away. Thomas, the Omaha native, back home in his home state. Ball loose on the floor and out of bounds. It'll stay with USC. Eric Musselman in his first season at the helm, former Nevada head coach, former Arkansas head coach, and you see the last road game, big win, maybe the most impressive win of the season.
Was at that ball game, and that was a tremendous performance, especially considering Illinois had come off a very surprising demolition at home over a very good Penn State team.
Yeah, they took that Penn State team apart, and then USC came in off a loss at Indiana and took them apart. Here's Cohen inside for 2 and a 4-0 USC start.
And a nice delivery by Thomas on the bounce pass to Cohen. Put enough mustard on it where it came up above the waist of Cohen. Then all he had to do was catch, rhythm dribble, and finish.
Here's Bryce Williams. Ulis. Here's Gary on the drive, inside against Yates, misses that, got his own miss, puts it back up and in.
And you can see that defensively, USC kind of playing a form of a pack line defense. They are really trying to jam that lane up to take any lane going to the basket while locating Williams.
Desmond Claude to Cohen against Mia. Nowhere to go, goes back out. Here's Thomas for 3. And Mia with a rebound for Nebraska. Here's Ulis. Williams. Nowhere to go for Gary for 3. 0 for 2 is Gary from behind the arc. We watched in pregame. He spent a lot of time working on his 3-ball.
Yeah, and it has to hit directly because it has a very strange rotation. He's not going to get any kind bounces with that rotation.
In the handoff to Abo. Yates against Gary. He'll shoot over Gary, who had a good contest, to the rebound Mia.
I don't think USC was really pleased with that shot. They didn't flip the floor and force Nebraska to exert a lot of energy defensively.
Now Ulis will back it out. Last start for Ulis came in an Iowa uniform in the first round of the NCAA tournament in 2023 against Auburn. Now his first start as a Husker, and the 3 way off from Buchtengel. St. Thomas chugging up the floor, and the former Miller Gold player met at the rim by Buchtengel with a block. Long pass ahead. Mia can't handle that pass. It's tipped to Gary, and 2 on the board.
A nice job by Buchtengel of not giving up on the play. He missed down here. He sprinted back. Didn't hang his head. Well done.
A rugged start to this one for both. Each team 2 for 6, each team 0 for 3 from 3. Yates will drop it to Cohen. Here's Thomas. 6 to shoot. Needs some help. Got it from Claude. The drop off and back out by Yates for 2.
A nice job by Yates of making himself available because that sequence was going nowhere.
See what Nebraska has in store. Ulis trying to find room.
And when Williams puts the ball on the floor, look at how the black jerseys rotate to him.
He's got a spotlight on him tonight. Gary splits two defenders and all the way to the rim. 6 points for Gary, all from point-blank range. Jumper for Thomas and the former Millard North Mustang in Omaha, Nebraska, on the board with his first two of the night. And a takeaway. Telegraphed pass stolen by Yates to the other end for the hammer.
Well, since Yates has been inserted in the starting lineup over 9 games ago, really delivered for the Trojans. 14 points and 3 boards per outing, shooting 53% during that span.
And USC 6-3 in that span. Here's Gary. He'll launch from 3. In and out. 0 for 3 from three-point land for Juwan Gary.
Mia's down on the floor down here.
Mia really slow to get up, and it's 5-on-4, and Ulis coming over to help out against Cohen picks up the personal foul, and Braxton Mia in a lot of pain.
Due to time constraints, we now move ahead in the action.
Well, I knew it all along. I had a good line. The wind was at my back. Congratulations. How about that? What a Porsche. Sean and I came to this game. All we got was this lousy t-shirt.
Youth small, no less.
I'll still wear it. If it's free, it's me. The 3 to Abo. That's short, and the rebound, Wooster.
Nice defensive sequence by Nebraska. This is a team in USC. They shoot a pretty good percentage of threes, but they were talking to us today. That's not their go-to, especially without a post touch.
And Gary has it stripped on the way inside. Good play by USC to get that ball out. Here's St. Thomas, and a whistle, offensive foul.
And all offsets designed to get him going with his shoulder to the rim.
Here's the Sejan, lost it off his foot in the turnover. Claude on the run against Hoiberg. The floater drops, and that ends the 9-0 run. 6 Husker turnovers have turned into 6 Trojan points. Here's a Sejan, quick 3, up and off for the first time tonight, and then a foul on Buchtengel.
Well, he was certainly at the top of the scouting report. We saw that at the walkthrough today. They emphasized you have to know where number 3 is, and so far they've done that.
What a feed. St. Thomas finding Desmond Claude, 2-point game in Lincoln.
And Thomas at 6'7", just able to see over the top of the defender.
Here's Hoiberg, he'll try the 3. And it's over the backboard and out of bounds. Sam Hoiberg, not a frequent shooter, 8 of 18 this year from three-point land. .24-22 advantage for Nebraska. Bravo. No room on the baseline. Yates step back deep 2, and good work boxing out. Wooster.
And a nice job of forcing a really difficult shot.
And then Wooster got a little bit over his skis, turns this one over as he stumbles ahead to Yates. Yates on the run, counted in the foul. USC's assistant Quincy Pondexter is his cousin. Sean, I had a chance to go out there in December and watch USC, and I watched him practice. And before the game, Quincy Pondexter put him through the paces. I mean, a harder workout than I've probably ever done in my life, and that was before he played a basketball game. The work ethic for young Wesley Yates has really shown up early in his career coming back from that foot injury. Buchtengel off the shot fake, driving to the rim, and an easy 2.
Good use of the shot fake, and just a breakdown in the scouting report by USC, understanding that Buchtengel, he's a left-handed guy. You have to attack that left hand, not allow him to get going downhill.
Abo with the spin. Yates now finds Abo, fake the pass, the three won't go. Williams and Buchtenjel battling for the rebound. It's Cohen inside, puts it in, and the foul. Action tips off at 4 Eastern, 1 Pacific, only on the Big Ten Network and the Fox Sports app. 1 point lead for USC. Williams, first shot, rims in and out. Offensive rebound, Buchtenjel, and the Huskers back on top.
Buchtenjel looking to get out. I think he's a little fatigued right now. He made that signal to the bench. Yeah, here comes Morgan.
But they're going to set Morgan down. He's got 2 fouls.
Yeah.
He tried to get in. They said nope.
They started doing the math.
Yates in trouble. Buchtenjel with the takeaway, and he's fouled by Yates.
And just have Mia, burn a couple of minutes here.
He's really done a nice job as an undersized post player for Nebraska.
And active. Moves pretty well. A legitimate enough shooter that you have to honor him.
8 to shoot. Williams, free throw line jumper. Still scoreless in the first half for the Huskers' leading scorer. Claude from the logo. That's strong. Desmond Claude with 6. Bryce Williams scoreless, the 2 top scorers in this game. All over him. St. Thomas harassing Aaron Eulis. Gary driving on Yates, and he gets the second personal on Yates. Similar story for the Trojans from USC right now. They're 0 for 8 from 3, 12 of 18 from 2 in this first half.
And that was something that USC was talking to us about this afternoon. They shoot a pretty good percentage as a squad. We talked about that earlier, about 35%. But they want to make sure it comes off of some post touches and at least dribble drives and kicking out. They've settled here on a few occasions. You have to credit Nebraska's defense for some of that. They've made a couple quick threes, especially in the half court without a ball reversal.
Well, and that's been such a key to what Nebraska does as Claude travels with it and turns it over. This season, the three-point percentage has told the tale that Nebraska allows. When their opponents have shot above 38% from 3, they're 0-6. When they've been below 38%, they are 12-0. It's a real dividing line, and right now USC's at 0%. Here's Williams. He's trying for a 3. Can't get the roll, and then out of bounds. It'll belong to USC. Well, it looked like it was off St. Thomas, but it'll belong to the Trojans.
Yeah, I thought he might have called a foul on Mia. I mean, yeah, that was an interesting one. I initially thought it was a foul on Mia because it definitely went off of Thomas.
No doubt. Hesitation and then a foul line jumper. Good for Clark Slackert just off the bench. The transfer from Penn on the board to tie it at 29. And off to Williams. 0 for 3 in the first half. There's his first 2.
And a really good job of utilizing that screen by Mia. He waited for Mia to get set, and then he didn't rush. He dribbled, he came off shoulder to shoulder. He saw that they went into drop coverage, and rather than take that extra dribble and allow a defender to rotate over, he stopped in the mid-range.
There's Claude trying to get inside. Abo back out to Claude, toeing the line for a 3. USC still without one from deep. Thomas to the elbow for 2. A little bit strong for Eulis to rebound.
Watch a siege in the trailer.
Eulis. Here's Williams. He'll try from deep, and that's an air ball. And out of bounds to the Trojans. Including a big win earlier for Northwestern. Their 5th straight win against Indiana. First time they've done that in over a century.
We had a chance to watch a fair amount of just a game of runs. I mean, teams would put together 8, 10 home runs, and the other team would respond.
10 to shoot for Cohen. Abo on the perimeter harassed. They drop it to Thomas. Slacker will swing it to Claude. 2 to shoot, 1 to shoot. Just gets the shot off, and Buchtengel off the bench with the rebound.
And a nice job by Williams as well of closing out under control, running the three-point shooter off the line and then forcing a difficult mid-range.
Oh, what a find. Inside to Juwan Gary. Williams to Gary, a combo that's worked well for the Huskers. Essentially, USC can hold for the final shot.
If you're USC, common foul sends it to the line, so you can dribble drive.
And Claude gets to the rim, and a timeout taken by Nebraska. They use their use it or lose it. Not going to be allowed to substitute. Everybody was set on the floor.
You like what USC's doing here, extending it a little bit and trying to force toward the sideline.
Williams got in the air. Buchtengel launching the deep 3. That will not go, and the rebound tipped into the hands of Jalen Shelley.
Good settling for threes and attack the rim. Very effective in that area, and Essegian was able to stretch out USC when he checked into the ball game about 5 minutes in.
If you're USC, 0 for 9 from 3, and you're down 2 on the road in the Big Ten at halftime, you've got to feel pretty good about that as Cohen goes to the rim and can't get that one to drop.
And a nice head and shoulder fake, but he kind of lost it on the way up.
So Aaron Eulis will bring it up for the first Nebraska possession of this second half. Eulis drives inside. Gary trying to catch that air ball, and it's tipped out of bounds. So far it's trending in the right direction, if that is indeed a statistic you can count on. Bryce Williams has 10 on the shot clock. He'll launch a contested 3, and he'll hit.
And you mentioned that USC had to feel pretty good given some of the things that hadn't gone their way. Nebraska, you counter that with the fact Bryce Williams, your leading scorer, has really been held in check for long periods of time.
Yeah, 2 points in the first half, and you still led.
Yes.
1 minute gone in this second half. Here's Desmond Claude trying to work against Eulis. Lost that one on the way up, and Williams will scoop it up.
Good job by Eulis of moving his feet and then showing his hands.
And Williams looking for back-to-back triples, but a foul on this end of the floor. Grad transfer from Bowling Green, averaging over 12 points per game in the last 3. Thomas against Williams.
Good job by Thomas of not going for that shot fake.
St. Thomas has played well tonight on both ends of the floor. In his return to his home state, Williams contested 3, won't go with the shot clock winding, and Claude will start it for USC. Agee set the screen, he gets it back. And now Abo into the paint over Buchtengel. Got his own miss, too strong on the try. Another opportunity, and he draws the foul on the floor.
Abo padding the stats there.
6-4 advantage tonight for USC on the offensive glass. Agee with 10 on the shot clock. There's Thomas. He had 6 in the first half. Agee trying to get it going, and he does from 3. First three-pointer tonight for the Trojans, and it comes from Rashawn Agee.
Now, he doesn't take a lot, but he's effective when he does. He's 38% from deep on the year.
7 of 17 to underline your point about not a lot of opportunities from 3. Gary looking to answer with a 3. In and out, and the rebound Agee. Juwan Gary 0 for 4 from 3 tonight. The skip. Yates step in for a deep 2, and Buchtengel will start it up for Nebraska. Yates had 9 in the first half before some late foul trouble. And the ball taken away. It's Yates to the other end, and Yates knocked out of his hands by Buchtengel.
This marks 7 consecutive games for Yates.
He played so well. Yeah. And we're tied for the 5th time tonight. Well, you lose a player like Terrence Williams, and you wonder where that's going to come from, and it's come from the freshman Wesley Yates.
And not only did they miss, or are they missing what he gave them statistically, but that's a guy that was familiar with the league during his time at Michigan. A lot of intangibles there as well.
Gary entering, driving to the basket, counted, and the foul foul. That's on AG. And Gary completes the three-point play. 19 tonight for Juwan Gary. He's 8 of 10 from 2, 0 of 4 from 3. The split by Claude. Nice. What a drop off to Thomas for the two-hand hammer.
Good use of the hesitation dribble, then you split the double team, and Claude showing you why he was named the most improved player in the Big East a season ago.
Boy, Wooster, a travel.
Thomas able to fill in behind.
Love the switch from right to left hand to make that pass in traffic. That's not easy. Claude spinning inside. That's not easy either. Desmond Claude giving USC their first lead since it was 27-26. Buchtenjel thought about the three. Instead, he'll drive in, dumps it down to Morgan, and the foul given.
It's not beyond the realm of possibility for the Trojans.
For our friends in California who are unfamiliar with the legend of the Runza, feel free to use your favorite search engine to track it down. St. Thomas had to teach his teammates about it earlier today. Perhaps inspired by that, it's been a close game at USC up by 1. And the ball tipped out of bounds by Wooster. 16 to shoot for USC. Abo looking for AG. Here's Claude on the drive over Gary. Rebound loose. Claude able to scoop it up, takes it back up and puts it in. Really good work by Desmond Claude on the glass.
Nice at sticking with it. And right now, offensively, if I'm Nebraska, Kevin, I want to get something going to the rim. Whether it's Juwan Gary or maybe even a post-up with Bryce Williams, because USC does not have a shot-blocking presence.
Here goes Gary trying to go to work against Thomas. Leans in, wild shot, and somehow it falls. It's been that kind of night for Gary at the rim. He's got 21, matching his season high.
Yeah, and there's no one back there that's going to block shots or really kind of impact that. So, again, as we saw in the first half, if you're Juwan Gary, keep going until USC stops it.
AG trying for the three. We've got a whistle of the foul underneath the Sejan. Got under Abo.
And this is how you talk. Block out, but then he kept moving. See? If he would have stopped, that's going the other way. But when he kept moving and the player didn't have a chance to land, that's a foul.
So a second chance opportunity. AG shot blocked. Crowd wanted a travel because it came right back into his hands. Claude, a crossover elbow jumper. Desmond Claude a little strong, and we've got a whistle and a foul battling for the board underneath.
I think they got Wooster. Or me around free wings.
AG all alone for three. Got a great look. Couldn't get it to go. There's Thomas. Another offensive board. He's short on the shot, and Williams finally secures it for Nebraska. 11 offensive rebounds for USC.
And this is a team in USC, we've talked about it, Kevin, only averaged 8 per ball game coming in.
Wooster working inside. Out to Gary. He'll try the three.
I don't understand, Kevin. I mean, you've been attacking off the dribble. You're 0 from 3.
0 for 5 now. In traffic, Claude trying to make another terrific pass. The ball pops free, and it's Williams who comes up with it. Williams on the run. Sejan trailing. There's a three. Up and way off. And AG with the rebound. 1 for 6 Nebraska from 3 in this second half. They trail by 1. USC's missed their last 5 shots. AG toeing the line, and that three will fall, his second of the night.
And if you're Nebraska, you have to understand now, okay, he's got a little confidence. You can't continue to play the gap. At least come out with your hand high and make him put the ball on the floor and negate that catch and release.
There's Williams. Quiet night for the Husker leading scorer. He'll drive inside and draw the foul. Gary are a combined, Sean, 1 for 12 from three-point land. Can't be much better than 92%. 2 on this trip.
What was he doing the other 8% of the time?
As does AG. Yates probing into the teeth of the defense, and he turns it over. Hoiberg comes up with it, and then the ball taken away again. Scramble on the floor, and a jump ball. It'll be Nebraska basketball. Clark Slackert into the ball game again for USC.
And he is in there to completely blanket Essegian. Look at him in the far corner.
On the drive, wave off the shot. 2-point Trojan lead on the road, looking to even their conference record at 4-4.
Boy, Slackert just blew up that play.
And Gary working inside gets some help with the foul from St. Thomas, his first.
I mean, Slackert just ran through a screen and knocked Essegian off path. I think they were trying to get him the ball. Watch at the top of the screen. 0 here. Slackert just, I mean, derails Hoiberg, but a good recognition by Gary as the secondary option, put his shoulder down and went to the rim.
2 shots for Juwan Gary. He's by far been at his best driving to the basket tonight. 1 more for Gary as he has tied his career high. You see the bottom 9 in the standings, everybody trying to move up, especially past those last 3 positions to avoid being left out of the Big Ten tournament. Career high 23 for Juwan Gary, ties it at 45.
And if he's not scoring at the rim, you still want him at the line as well if you're Nebraska. He's 76%.
Claude, nowhere to go.
Good help and recover by B1G.
Thomas with 10 on the shot clock. Cutting Slacker off balance, shot falls. He was a big-time scorer at Penn, over 1,000 points in his 74-game career.
Well, that's a complete bonus because he's in there right now to completely face guard Essegian.
And Essegian gets free for 3. The rim unkind for him as AG ends up with the bounce off. 2-point Trojan lead. Here's AG looking for his 3rd 3, and he finds it. He'd hit 6 all year. He's hit 3 tonight, and the Trojans with a 5-point lead.
All with kind of that misdirection play. You get the defense flowing one way, then you kick it back. And the other thing all 3 of those have in common, all catch and release. Nebraska has been tardy on the closeouts on AG.
And Slacker with the foul.
In the first half from behind the arc.
They're 3 of 14 as a team, but AG, his threes have shown a common problem for Nebraska and something Fred Hoiberg was very concerned about when it comes to defending the 3.
The closeouts were tardy. He was allowed to step into the 3s, and then when the closeouts were there, as we took a look at those highlights, Kevin, the hands were down. When the ball's up in the air, it's too late.
Essegian good on both free throws. Huskers will shoot the rest of the way with fouls. 7 so far on USC in the second half. Claude trying to shake Buchtengel. Finds Slacker. He'll back out for 3. A little bit strong in the rebound to Wooster.
And to your point about the foul situation, if you're Nebraska, take advantage of that, especially a guy like Williams. Attack the rim. Utilize your 92%.
Well, Wooster going right after Slacker. And he's got 2. First 2 of the night for Raleigh Wooster in a 1-point game.
Another pick and pop.
It's Claude trying to feed inside. Good hands by Hoiberg.
Hoiberg goaded into that pass. He saw that coming the whole way, and then the most important thing, he reached with that inside left hand to knock it out.
So now Nebraska looking to regain the lead. Williams, can he get it going? Buchtengel will try the 3. Rolls off into Thomas's hands. Huskers are 4 for 21 from 3, 19%. The 2 teams are a combined 7 for 36.
That part of the game has not been stellar.
No.
The 2-point shooting has been really good.
3 to shoot. Oh my! Clark Slackert's second made 3 of the season. Some unlikely sources from range for USC. Here's Hoiberg scrambling, and it's poked out of his hands by St. Thomas.
Especially on the defensive end, he's kind of negated what Essegian was able to give Nebraska early.
Here's Wooster. Looking for somewhere to go, find an AG, drops it to Hoiberg with the reverse.
And again, Kevin, just continue to attack the rim if you're Nebraska. There's no reason not to. Look at the time, and you're in the bonus.
Nebraska's 15 of 20 from 2. Slacker, that three won't go. Wooster able to secure it. 15 of 20 from 2, 4 of 21 from 3. Here's Hoiberg, baseline drive, gets inside, tried that reverse again, caught the bottom of the rim, he thought he was fouled. Trojans by a pair, Claude on the attack, driving inside, and it's ripped away, and there's a whistle, and Fred Hoiberg is livid on the Husker sideline.
I think it's not just the call. The down official didn't make it. It came from the sideline.
Yep.
He's a really unique matchup at about 6'7" and his ability to see over the top.
Draws over 6 fouls per game. Morgan clears that rebound in a 3-point game for USC.
Now you have Yates in the far corner.
On a blocking foul called on Slacker.
I like what they did coming to this side. Wooster showing the ability to attack the rim to get Gary going with his right hand to the rim.
One more for Wooster. Holly Wooster with 3. Off the bench tonight, Aaron Eulis got his first Husker start at the point guard spot. One-point game again in Lincoln. It's Claude against Morgan. Here's Slacker. He'll launch again. Barely grazes the rim.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Forget about not sure. I mean, I am sure that's not the shot that they were looking for.
And St. Thomas is coming to the scorer's table. Wooster with the dunk down, and the 7th lead change tonight puts the Huskers back on top. Claude trying to get downhill to the rim for 2.
Just keeps his head up. And again, just not getting sped up, surveying the floor, and then saw that no one was going to stop him at the rim and just finished.
Here's Gary driving to the rim all the way up and down. Jawan Gary with 27. Under 7 to play. Claude sizing up Wooster. AG wanted that 3. Morgan closed out quickly.
Yeah, and hands up.
There's Claude jumping into Morgan. Blocked by Wooster and a foul.
With the iteration of this team, it's rim protection. So if you are Nebraska, especially with Williams being held in check by a good defensive effort by USC, spread the floor, go with 5 out, and attack the rim.
One more for Claude as he ties it up at 57. 7th tie of the night in this game. Both of these coaching staffs know the importance of this game. Late January, both teams trying to figure out a way to win against very evenly matched teams. And Wooster picks the rebound off the rim in a tie game.
And both coaches, to your point, Kevin, kind of said in their own way that it's kind of a milestone game and a momentum game. And the momentum can swing either way, either positively or negatively.
There's Gary on the drive, swatted out by St. Thomas. Tell you what, St. Thomas has done some real nice things in his return to Nebraska.
Hasn't scored a lot recently. But to your point, at 6'7", kind of a unique player in a very difficult matchup.
Only 2 second-half points for Thomas. He does have 5 rebounds on the night. Wooster off the side of the backboard, and Agee with the rebound.
I'm not sure if Wooster wasn't planning on passing that, and then he saw there was nobody there.
Yeah. So now Claude looking for the lead.
Good job by Wooster moving his feet defensively.
A reset with Claude out there at 8 on the shot clock. Claude looking for Agee. His 3 is down again. Have a night, Rashawn Agee.
And they tried it initially in that possession. Nebraska took it away, but they came back almost kind of like a repost. You don't get it the first time, the defense relaxes a little bit, then they kick it right back out to Agee for another step in 3.
6 threes hit all year, 4 tonight in the second half. 3-point lead for USC. Wooster up and under, and it won't go in. Everything but the basket for Raleigh Wooster.
Now, with Agee, with that pick and pop, you may be setting up a pick and roll, because that's usually a way that he scores. So you may fake like you're going to come out and hit that 3 and then dive to the rim.
It's a nervous crowd in Lincoln right now. 10 to shoot. The swing around. Yates off the shot fake, drives to the rim, and he draws contact in the foul. Rashawn Agee, how about the Chicago native? Lighten it up.
They tried it initially, didn't get it. The defense collapses, and Rashawn Agee feeling very good about himself. Deservedly so.
Bogan Technical High School product from Chicago. First team All-State in his senior year. Career high in 3s tonight. One more for Yates. And a 4-point lead. USC with a couple of road wins this year in Big Ten play. They beat Illinois. We talked about that. Might be the most impressive win of the season on the road for any team. Although Ohio State's now standing there to say, what about us?
I would say, off the top of my head, those would be the two, along with Illinois going in a different way, just destroying the Ducks in Eugene.
They also beat Washington, did these Trojans on the road. Looking for another road win, and they've got the 5-point advantage. Huskers haven't scored in almost 2.5 minutes now. 6-0 run for USC in that span.
Well, just really stagnant here.
Shot clock down to 10. Buchtengel on the drive, loping into the paint, out to Wooster for 3. That won't go. Rebound to Sejan. He'll take it back up off the window for 2. 13 for Connor Sejan. Claude again.
Nicely done by Wooster again.
Here's Claude. Attacks Wooster once more.
Boy.
Really good defense, Sean. But the ball knocked out of the hands of Williams. He's able to scoop it up, and then a whistle and a foul. Still a lot of time.
Yes.
Just a 3-point game. And Williams with one more free throw to come. Next foul on USC, double bonus time for Nebraska. They'll shoot 2 the rest of the way. Huskers still have a couple of fouls if they're non-shooting for 1-on-1s for USC. And Williams, one of the best in the country at the line, hits his pair, and it's a 1-point game again.
And USC has made Williams, coming in averaging 19 per outing, work for everything he's gotten so far tonight.
Claude, Thomas, the skip across, Abo, and the foul called. And Abo, who's 0 for 6 from the floor but has 9 rebounds, heads to the line.
And Nebraska just got caught ball watching a little bit on this ball reverse. See where everyone's attention was? You didn't have ball, you man.
Well, not much there.
Maybe just a little touch in the back, but not a whole lot.
Enough to get the whistle, though, and free throws for Abo, an 86% shooter who hits the first and his first point of the night. 2 for 2 for Abo. And back to a 3-point USC lead. Here's Williams, turning the corner to the rim, count it, and the foul. Tied again for the 8th time tonight, knotted up in Lincoln.
Let's see if USC kind of goes back to that pick and pop with AG, and if they don't guard it properly, maybe a little dive. They tried to set it up right there.
Blown up, Claude will dump it down to Thomas for the two-hand flush. What an answer for USC. Williams turns it over. Thomas on the break to the rim. The scoop, no, but the foul sends him to the line. .66% on the year after the Williams foul, and he misses the first. We've talked tonight about the impact of Desmond Claude for this USC team. How about in the second half? He's either made or assisted on 9 of the 11 second half baskets. He's been everywhere tonight.
And all of it not appearing to be in any kind of a hurry.
No. 1 for 2 for Thomas. And the lead once more is 3 for USC.
Thomas isolated in that far corner at the top of your screen. Anjuan Gary is Nebraska going 5 out.
And a siege in for 3, an air ball out of bounds. 1 for 10 from 3 this half for Nebraska, and 4 for 23 for the game. Claude inside over Wooster, no, but a tip jam. Rashawn Agee soaring in for 2. Timeout, Nebraska. Next win against USC is the Trojans up 5 late in this one. Williams will turn the corner, drives to the rim for 2.
I mean, in the last 2 minutes, that just has to be lather, rinse, repeat.
It hasn't been stopped all night. Now Claude to work. He's rarely been stopped all night. Yates will launch from deep. Bouncing around, and Buchtengel with the rebound for Nebraska. 1:43 to go. Here's Williams.
Yep, telling him to clear out.
Going to work against Agee. 12 to shoot, driving inside, the dish into the corner, tough pass. Now Williams, 7 to shoot. He'll launch a 3, and he hits it! On a night when nothing falls, the Huskers tie it with a late 3.
And Agbo was trying to jump that right hand to take away the dribble drive, and Williams with the counter.
1 minute to go. Claude in traffic, needs help, none coming. Wooster ties it up. Possession arrow keeps it with the Trojans, and 6 to shoot. What a time for Williams to hit this 3.
Look, they're trying to take away that strong right-hand drive, but he gave just enough of a gap that allowed Williams to step into that 3. Pretty good defensive idea by USC because they've been beaten on the dribble drive. They wanted to take away the strong hand, but Williams with the recognition and counter.
Claude, 3 to shoot, 2 to shoot, has to launch. The 3 is down! What an answer from Desmond Claude. And a timeout, Nebraska. The Seagen will inbound. Here's Williams to work for Nebraska.
Good job by Thomas of moving his feet there.
12 to shoot. Now 10 on the shot clock. Williams against Thomas. Bumped, pocket picked, loose to Sejan. 4 to shoot. Sejan on the drive to the rim for 2 and a timeout, Nebraska. Into Claude and fouled with 18.1 to go. Sean, let's talk strategy. Nebraska has no timeouts. So, assuming Claude makes it, do you go to the basket and try to extend the game with a 2, or do you look for a 3?
I'm still quick and pushing it up the floor. There's still a lot of time at 18 seconds. Now, on a make, USC is going to extend things a little bit and try to force the flow to one side or the other, but there's no need for you to come down and chuck it. Now, if you get something going into the lane and they can spray it out, that's a different story, but don't get caught out here weaving the ball around. There's no need for that.
3-point game in Lincoln. Williams will pick it up. 15 seconds and counting. Taking some time now. They're working for a shot. Inside, Buchtengel is there. Gets 2, but now down to 7.4 seconds. They'll foul immediately. Thomas has to take time out. Nobody available. The Omaha, Nebraska native. Inbound comes into the corner, and it's Yates who's fouled. $14 for Wesley Yates. They've improved to 7-3 since moving into the starting lineup with the Terrence Williams injury. Three-point game again. Comes down to this possession for Nebraska. Hoiberg into Williams. Williams jumps it across and threw it away. The turnover by Nebraska may doom the Huskers at home.
Desmond Claude and Yates do the rest.
And a collision. Yates and Hoiberg collide on the inbound. And Yates puts it away for USC. 1.7 to play as Jalen Shelley will check in for the Trojans. And the Trojan fans in the house begin the "We Are SC" chant.
Boy, this is the second road win I've seen in person in a really hostile environment. A lot of credit has to go to USC for their ability to come in and steal one on the road.
What a huge win for USC. What a crushing loss for Nebraska at home.